Hello, gamers. We are back and living high on the hog after that last run. But now, just brace yourself that past returns are no guarantee of future returns. Okay? You know, I'm a 3 option Andy. Option 3 gets me every time. I don't mind it. Couldn't care less really about this one. This one, you know, it's a little risky, moderate reward, but I do like the Relic. But a rare, colorless card. To me, this looks like secret weapon and then get one baller attack as soon as possible. Immolate, bludgeon, something like that, and then whip it around. But I'm not gonna pretend like we got the whole, you know, we got the keys to the kingdom immediately. It'd be nice to hit that shop and remove this innate curse. I didn't think about the fact that it's innate, which is quite frankly devastating. Strike, bash leaves us with 8 damage, whereas this leaves us with 7 damage. Now, you're going to be tough to kill on the next turn. But that's okay, we don't have to kill you on the next turn, we can just do that. Can I also just say, I don't know if this applies to everybody, okay? I'm not that old, but the older I get, the more there's just days where I boot up Slay the Spire, or my job, and I'm like, I'm just not as good at it today as I would like to be. And there's days where you just load it up and you're like, I'm seeing the board well. It used to happen when I played chess too. Sometimes you sit down at the board and you're like, this is my environment. I know what I'm looking at here. And sometimes you would just be like, it takes a little extra cognitive pushiness in order to get your brain to visualize, like, you know, how the pieces move and what the board state will look like in like 2 to 3 moves if everybody does the best move available as you've calculated it. I'm not saying much yet. All I'm going to say is right now I feel like I'm seeing the board pretty well. I think True Grit is the best card, but we also would love to have like some more damage at some point, so this one is a little different than the last run. I feel like the last run started to pop off pretty quick. I'm willing to take 2 damage to get you a little closer. The jaw worm can be real annoying. I mean, I would secret weapon a thunderclap just to make sure that you're vulnerable next turn. But anyway, I for whatever reason, I just feel like I'm seeing the board a little better today than off. Maybe because I haven't done anything else today, really. I think Disarm is like a really, it's just a good card. I'm going to take a question mark in the hopes it lets me get rid of this curse a little earlier. Oh! And sometimes you just get lucky. There's always that possibility as well. I'm not playing Disarm early if there's a chance that I could just kill you instead. Probably no need to play Secret Weapon. I'd rather guarantee we draw at least 2 strikes next turn, which puts you very close to death. If not dead. An Entropic Brew, thank you so much. I'll take a Shrug it off. Got some very basic stuff cooking up here, but plenty of time to go. I think, like, really, anything can happen. But probably where I'm looking for this run to really begin, if we're going to put it in, like, Rapunzel from Tangled terms, I think if we beat the first boss and have the opportunity to get a... Give me a second here. If we beat the first boss and have an opportunity to get a rare attack, preferably not feed right now, I think that would be a huge get for me and thus for society, in my opinion. Then again, this kind of works too. Now I know Searing Blow. It's weird, Searing Blow is like a favored card, but it's not necessarily considered great. But getting it this early, and also having a secret weapon, strikes me as very interesting. Let's cut a basic defend. Thin the deck, upgrade the card as much as possible. Best way to upgrade Searing Blow, I think, right now, in my opinion, don't fight elites. I'm gonna let you hit me, because we're gonna get... If I use the potion, we lose the potion, which might be a little bit more valuable later. Plus, we're gonna be made vulnerable anyway. We're gonna take 9 instead of 12. Not worth a potion in this house. Okay, I mean, I like that you're vulnerable on this turn. I would have preferred to have drawn Searing Blow and just killed you, but you can't always get what you want. Now this one's kind of cheesing me off, because we're going to take 8 damage that I feel is undeserved, because Searing Blow is a heavy card. It's at the bottom of our deck. We're going to chill on these, okay? Now we do want to add cards to our deck that are conducive to what we're looking for here. I don't want to fall into the trap of, like, we have Searing Blow, so we don't need anything else. We actually need, like, a lot of other stuff. Preferably, like, an upgraded armaments feels like it would go pretty crazy, right? Strike Dummy, kind of like a... I know I talked a lot of smack about this relic, but am I crazy to think it goes really hard early, in particular? Headbutt to bring back Searing Blow, or Carnage just to be a good attack, but it's going to get outclassed pretty quick. Plus, you would have to play it all the time. I don't think it's... I think it's good, but we kind of already have a 2-cost 20 damage Andy. And we don't have the energy to play it, so... An Energy Relic would go crazy, and like an upgraded Armaments. So we could have Armaments target... I will take this, though. We could have Armaments target Searing Blow, like, every time they're drawn together. It gives us some extra scaling, I suppose. So right now, we're living off of credit, essentially. The fact that we heal for 6, the fact that after we beat the boss, we'll heal for more. I'm going to add another block. That's a cheap, efficient block. But we would be better off with something that bridges the gap for us. And the most obvious thing that bridges the gap for us is an Energy Relic. An Energy Relic and then, like, Offering. Offering would go crazy here. And that's not a problem, because Offering seems to show up, like... Honestly, I'd rather draw Headbutt so we don't draw it next turn. But we'd rather just draw Defense next turn. Offering seems to show up after every first boss fight anyway, except for maybe in the last video, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the odds that it shows up again. But otherwise, I think, like, can we just say, this seems like a pretty good start. Again, I'm not gonna... Well, you know what, if we're gonna Headbutt, Headbutt can be good, just don't Headbutt Searing Blow, because you don't want to draw it next turn, ideally. You'd rather get... Yeah, that's fine. You'd rather get Ghostly Armor for some protection. And then don't play this because we don't want to accidentally draw Searing Blow. We want to draw it next turn. We did not draw it next turn. It's okay. I mean, wait, this is not a risky fight. If we're being honest with one another, it's a pretty acceptable situation right here. Sorry to Ghostly Armor, but I never had a choice. It had to be done. Can I say we're very blessed? Go for it, man. We're very blessed with the order in which we're drawing the cards. Like, we're drawing Searing Blow at, like, the perfect time, every time. I appreciate it. It's one of the benefits of a 17-card deck. No Offering! Are you kidding me, man? I think it would be a mistake to take nothing here, thinking that we're sorted. Let's take a Reaper. We don't have the strength to make this work yet. It's good. It's obviously good, but I think so is Reaper, to be honest. Transform all strikes and defense is crazy, man. I think it's a misnomer to say that it could be good. I think it's good, because these cards are, like, just barely above curses. They just feel a lot better than curses to draw, because you're like, they do something. I guess curses are not dead draws, they're just actively bad, which is even worse. And these are not dead draws, they move you in a direction closer to winning, but it's very risky. It's very risky. I really feel like we need energy. Like, I feel like there's something to be said about Velvet Choker, even though, like, what's crazy is that it looks like Pandora's Box is the crazy play and Velvet Choker is like a little bit more sensible, but it's probably the opposite. Like, I think we just did the crazy play. So disarm you. And Velvet Choker is like Velvet Choker's the crazy play, and Pandora's Box is probably like the consensus right one. But again, you always going to evaluate it versus the counterfactuals, okay? They don't like it when you say it, but there's some truth to it. We would have lost a lot of damage probably from Strike Dummy too. It's a non-take in my house. So I don't know if we made the right decision, but we made a decision. Lizard's Tail. It's okay. I hope we never have to use it, but maybe it changes my pathing a little bit. A Relic on the spin? Can I say something? I've said the event that gives you a 50% chance of adding a curse to your deck, at least at mid-ascension, I think at high ascension it's 100. I've said that I think it's rigged. I think it's closer to 80% adds an innate curse to your deck. The wheel, on the other hand, I think I've been disproportionately lucky at. I love to bring that balance in whenever I can, so I'm not just one of those guys who's like, I think that we're getting screwed all the time. I wanted that armaments, so I'm taking that armaments. So I'm trying to be honest about it. And I think that's me being honest. Let's True Grit. I hope it doesn't hit the strike. Perfect. So I think our next upgrade is armaments. So that it can target everything in the hand when it's played, and then every subsequent upgrade should be Searing Blow. On average, most armaments... I'm adjusting my glasses, so I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense, but... on average, many armaments, maybe that's a better way to say it, many armaments will also upgrade Searing Blow, because I may have Searing Blow in the same hand. I should not say all, but many. Rampage is also an interesting one. With a relatively thin deck. It's not getting much thinner. I think we'd rather just focus our attention on Searing Blow, man. So start with armaments, because this can help us out on a variety of cards for 1 energy. I probably want to see as many campfires as possible, while also fighting as few elites as possible. Who would have thought that's the key to success? See, immediately, I don't want to say vindicated, but because maybe nobody was disagreeing with me and I'm shadowboxing right now. But look at how clean that came out right off the bat, man. Give me a thunderclap. I mean, Reaper's just like, it's a tough play when there's one enemy and we don't have a lot of strength, right? Like, if we gain some strength, I really just put it in there to, like, help us out a little bit. This is going to be a bad fight. We've taken a large amount of damage. You know what would hit the spot, man? Well, we should Reaper first. You know what would hit the spot? Meat on the bone. Preserved Insect, though, there's something to it. Whirlwind is really good. Whirlwind is also a great target for Secret Weapon, which could also use upgrading, but will probably happen just as a result of being in the same deck as armaments, sometimes at least. If I bash you, you'll take 8. You go to 68. This will not get you there. Fair enough. So give me 2 of these. Give me 1 of those, an armaments, and a Searing Blow. So this deck is not comfortable to run right now. Except in this unique situation where we had like the Wombo combo. But it's very fun to run right now. It feels fun to run it. Seeing red, I feel like with Velvet Choker is just a little dangerous. I feel if anything, what we're looking for is cut these basic strikes. The only attacks we really want to play are like Headbutt and Searing Blow. Searing Blow's getting up there, but we got a ways to go. This, we will probably not go for the... well, we'll see. I was going to say we probably won't go for the rare reward. But we are going to get out of this basically having taken 2 damage. I think I gotta escape. I apologize for it, but if we didn't draw Searing Blow on turn 1, which is completely within the realm of plausibility, you can imagine how much worse that fight could have gone. And I think the answer is like, we don't really have that much room for error. That makes sense to me. Okay, let's start with Reaper heals for 12. Then we'll kill you. So that's neutral, but you're so killable next turn that the calculus of the fight has changed mightily. I played this, you'll do 8 damage to all enemies, right? Is that the upgrade for Whirlwind? 8 damage? So we can actually play armaments to get enough block, and then Whirlwind still gets 1 kill, which is what we were looking for. The math is very precious right now, but... I think it's... Immolate, now that we have a Searing Blow +6 or something, like, Immolate is not as essential. What I would like to do, I'm always hesitant to not upgrade Searing Blow after taking Searing Blow in the deck, obviously, but... Eep. This doesn't kill you, right? 27 plus 42. It's a great number, but it's not the number we're looking for. But I think we kill you, put up as much defense as you can, and then brace yourself. What I was going to say is I think it might behoove us to potentially... It's still going to sting, but it might behoove us... Oh no, because whatever we pick up here, we're now going to draw. I wanted Searing Blow for next turn, but if I put this on top of my deck, then we're going to draw Searing Blow, which I don't want to do. So we want to put a strike up there, so that we... And we should probably play Whirlwind for 0 for Ink Bottle, but anyway, sorry, I'm getting, like, distracted 12 different ways here. Let's just focus on surviving, if we can. Then maybe forget about... Oh, you know... Sorry, I'm distracted yet again, but... Listen, it's a complicated game, okay? So now let me tease it apart. What was I going to say? Well, first I was going to say we should upgrade Secret Weapon, because that basically gives us a second opportunity to grab Searing Blow more than once per hand, because once per combat, because right now it exhausts. So that's like basically like cloning the card, ignoring the knock-on effects of Velvet Choker, which are largely absent right now, okay? But then I thought, come on, you just... Searing Blow, it gets like... It's... What's the opposite of diminishing rewards? It gets like the compound interest. The more you upgrade it, the more value you get out of each upgrade. But then I was like, oh, maybe we have to rest because our HP's so low. But then I was like, oh, screw it, man. You got Lizard Tail. You don't need to rest. So I'm torn. I think we want Secret Weapon to be upgraded. And I think we shoot for the moon on this one. And draw a Searing Blow. Because we only have to hit you like a few times. We definitely do want Whirlwind too, is the thing. And I also think, like, because of the minions, but it will be... This is an insane play, but hear me out, okay? Headbutt is Searing Blow. Searing Blow. Ghostly Armor. And then, like... This might be a little spicy to get rid of the bash, but I'm gonna try to just race the collector down. We got 40 HP. Not an ideal turn there, but I may have made a grievous error. Time will tell. Maybe. I mean, this seems pretty bad. Should we... But this is like a quarter of your HP, and then you get... I've decided to go back on my original plan and slow the game down a little bit. We have used our Lizard Tail already, which is good, by the way. Headbutt, Searing Blow, Shrug, Searing Blow. Secret Weapon, something we don't want to see next turn. Whirlwind, not necessary. Play it anyway to get closer to Ink Bottle. So he does have some turns where he does some big attacks. This is one of them. We live. We live, at least. And we exhaust the strike, so really the joke's on this guy right here. But obviously we have no room for error, like, whatsoever. Oh, because I played the Whirlwind earlier, man. Are you kidding me? Hang on. Hang on. We live. Play the Whirlwind. No attacks to draw, so okay. Hold, hold. Secret weapon, searing blow, armaments, searing blow. Shrug it off. Whirlwind to get closer to Ink Bottle. Headbutt, searing blow. Can you believe it, man? Somebody up there was looking out for us on that one. Okay, immolate, or sorry, impervious. We need the block. Lose HP, draw a card. But I hope I'm not crazy for saying I think we just don't have the cards we'd like to draw. It'd be nice to draw Searing Blow more. Well, you're kind of selling me. But also transforming 3 strikes and upgrading them. Like maybe 2 strikes and 1 defend. Reckless Charge, Iron Wave, Shockwave. Reckless Charge, I think, is almost a dead draw, but the Iron Wave is very efficient. Pick a path with lots of campfires. I don't know, man. It's an interesting idea. It's a tangled web we weave, or whatever. We always want, like, Secret Weapon, Searing Blow. Searing Blow is now doing 42. I shouldn't say it's a dead draw, because on a short fight like this, we're definitely going to play it. Reaper is honestly, like, is more of a weird draw for us. I love this combo. Dude, how good is this Headbutt into Ink Bottle combo? It's crazy. Warcry just doesn't... I don't like it because of Velvet Choker. Velvet Choker hasn't been a problem for us yet, but I think we have to maintain it in the mind when we're constructing our deck. Otherwise, it could easily become a problem. Because you tend to build towards, like, turns where you play a lot of cards, just naturally. By the way, the wheel. What did I tell you about the wheel, man? I mean, you're vulnerable. I'll go ahead and hit you for 15. I hate to add a daze to the draw pile. Even the discard pile is pretty bad. The draw pile is very painful for a guy like me. I think there's some good stuff here. Okay, hear me out. Secret Weapon, Searing Blow. Headbutt. Bring back a good blocker. Then you can play... Oh, I should have brought back Secret Weapon. No, you did the right... a right thing. Let's not say the right thing. You did a right thing. Because the order was such that if we did Searing... If Searing Blow first, it was gonna... draw, and then but then Headbutt could have... you know what? I mean, let's call it 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. We probably... The alternative way of doing that probably would have been better for us, but... It's not better for us. Why? Because I can't go back in time. I think it's better just to live in the present. That's why it's called the present, because it's a gift. This is a pretty good, like... I mean, you're doing 19 damage. Thunderclap Reaper heals us for 18. And then with 13 block, I guess I didn't even look at how much HP we had, so that might have been not necessary, but it's okay. Okay. So Whirlwind picks up 2 kills, but it does... Well, yeah, Searing Blow is obviously our best card. But an Iron Blow gives us some block. A Whirlwind picks up 2 kills. You're almost dead off of the Reckless charge. What can I say, man? I'm a believer right now. It's hard to take another True Grit without it being upgraded. I'm gonna keep removing some stuff. I think we can still remove our basic strikes. I know we got Strike Dummy, but that's a breakfast item, and we're now really getting ready for dinner time. You gotta go. Great time to play that. What do we not want to see? Thunderclap we don't want to see, so let's draw it right now. Why do we not want to see Thunderclap? Because we're going to get spiked and it's not even going to do anything? Like, is that the joke? Shockwave. Honestly, you got to disarm a spiker. You got to minimize the spiker's weapons. One Perfected Strike knocks it out. Or, sorry, one Searing Blow knocks it out. Preferably as soon as possible. Thank God for that. All right, no more dazes, man. We got too many dazes up in here. Y'all gonna make me draw a useless card up in here. Sorry, I need to have a block. In this house, we need to have a block in order to attack you. In most circumstances, at least. This 10, just to put a reckless charge on you would hit me for 10. Does this seem fair to you? Give me... Oh, Searing Blow's right there! Beautiful, man. Okay, now this is where, honestly, this floor should start to pick up. Because we got a great opportunity to get another upgrade. 51 damage for 2 is crazy. Beautiful turn to draw Searing Blow. You just hate me. That's fine. I just wish we'd call it like we see it. Probably an underrated time to use a Gambler's Brew, man. I think this is Bash Searing Blow. And stop playing your Reckless Charge, man. Stop it. I'm gonna go crazy. Dump all these. Useless secret weapon. You might as well. Okay. At least we got rid of the daze. You got 6 turns of vulnerability, which is pretty good, too. Impervious goes crazy here. I think we want a headbutt, so we're not bringing anything back, because I really don't want to bring back a Thunderclap. Unfortunately. Now, secret weapon. Searing Blow. You could armaments, but I think that Searing Blow Flame Barrier is much better. I say I think, but you could just run the math on that one. That's like a fundamental truth of the universe, I think. We don't need the bash, necessarily. We really just need to draw... Well, it does basically as much damage as a 2-energy Whirlwind, so... We basically just need to draw Searing Blow. If we don't, then we can talk about putting up some block, like this, for example. And sure, we could have played Reaper, but like... It's 2 energy, man. It's an expensive play. Again, no headbutt. We're basically guaranteed to draw Searing Blow. And basically is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence, but... I'm not adding a Searing Blow +1. That's bait. That's bait, and I will not fall for it. I would love to add an Offering, but I can't. And Dark Shackles... Dark Shackles could be pretty good, man. Not so good against Dono Deca, because we got to break... Well, you know what? I'm willing to add it. It's another card that I think I probably... If you ask the audience, they would probably say he underrates it a lot. Let's do this and then a Campfire. Just making sure we're not at Ink Blot. If I draw, we'll get draw next turn. It's good. It's a lot of damage. They're healing for 7 every turn. It's annoying, but it's something we can work with. I would love to play another card and then pass turn. It would be good at this. Maybe if you're gonna hurt me again, give me a secret weapon bash, please. If you're gonna inflict a negative status on me one more time, then I should pop an Ancient Potion, because we can't afford to, like, get behind you. That's... Pen cards. Drawing early next turn is nice. Plus, we can maybe get Pen Nib to work with Searing Blow. Oh, we can! 126 damage, Searing Blow. Yes, we end up taking 28, but that's... I didn't use my Ancient Potion. Boys, I didn't use my Ancient Potion. I'm embarrassed to say it. How about a Headbutt? It couldn't have worked out more beautifully. I think you're cooked on the next turn. Now, the question is, do we have to rest? This does 76. Okay, well, that helps us not have to rest, but not by a ton. 51 can no longer become frail. I do feel like a second Impervious could honestly hit the spot. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna say that it's ego telling me to try to upgrade my Searing Blow one more time. We definitely want Searing Blow. It's Shockwave and Searing Blow as the day is long, my brother. That's just what you play. Hoping to see like a Headbutt or a Headbutt secret weapon or a... There's Headbutt. Is gonna sting though, but you must be dead next turn if we play this. We take 6, which is not bad at all. We have an elite fight coming up. It would be nice. This kills you. It kills you, so we can get some Reaper off of it. Oh, baby. Reaper is finally having a chance to do what it needs to do. Now, the turn order on this makes a great deal of difference. I think we have to simmer and wait for a beautiful Pen Nib on Searing Blow, but it can't be on this turn. We don't need to play Dark Shackles. And we can't play True Grit. So we're simmering. This is, well, this turn basically plays itself. Don't draw Searing Blow on the next turn, draw it on the turn after. An Armaments, to be honest with you, it's... Knowing we're drawing a secret weapon next turn, The ink bottle giveth, and the ink bottle taketh away. I have to hit you. I'm sorry. It's got to be done. I've got to... I hate to do this, man. I think I got a Ghostly Armor, Headbutt back Ghostly Armor, and then keep it going. Just to know that I have some blocks next turn, because I played both of my Imperviouses. So again, this is not the turn you want to see, but that's fine. We definitely don't need to see Whirlwind, so let's get it out there. One of these days, the Searing Blow is going to line up on the right turn, and then you're going to wish you didn't call me ugly in middle school. Let's put it that way. We've still done a pretty good amount of damage, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised given the circumstances, but... How about a Searing Blow on the next turn? Really hit the spot. Hey! You did it! That was actually totally fine. Don't need an Entrench. It was totally fine. Now, it's more fine to get 51 damage on turn 1. That's a lot more fine. And then to meet it with an Impervious as well, so we take no damage. Well, we take a modicum of damage. A dollop, if you will. We're 2 away from draw. So hear me out. Flame Barrier gives us enough block. Reckless Charge gives us the draw. Puts us on Pen Nib too, but Armaments then allows us to get some upgrades out there on everything. I was kind of hoping we get like a Headbutt, of course, to make things like work together. I can kill one of you with a Whirlwind. Probably by drinking this. And then playing a Shockwave? Well, this is 2 kills, then. Yes, okay. 2 elixirs is crazy, though. I don't know how I feel about that heading into this, but maybe I feel good about it. We can exhaust our strikes and defense if that appeals to a guy like me, which I think maybe it does, because armaments hitting Searing Blow is a welcome form of scaling right now. Secret weapon. Searing Blow. Searing Blow. Headbutt. Bring back Searing Blow. I'm not even going to play a defend. I'm going to use 1 elixir to exhaust those. Just like, we got some HP. We don't have a lot of HP to work with, to be fair. But we got some HP to work with. For me, this is an armaments, Searing Blow, Iron Wave. And we will play a Shockwave, at which point Dark Shackles might be an important card. To me, this is a Shockwave into an Impervious, which means we take no damage. And we have extra energy to work with next turn, and we'll increment Pen Nib and the Ink Bottle. Okay, okay, hold! This is a... What do you got for me? Bash? It's a Shrug, a Flame Barrier, and probably a True Grit, and it's the worst card it could have hit, but it's not that bad. Now, we're on lethality, so you gotta be careful. This is a Searing Blow. Flame Barrier. That's 39. And the defend. This is gonna be really, really tight, actually. It's an armaments. A Shrug. Because it does not kill you, we have no choice. We must play Impervious. So this next turn is going to be, I think we can't survive. No, we can survive. You need Dark Shackles. And you need Disarm. You headbutt a Searing Blow back and then Whirlwind. Things went bad here pretty quick. Quicker than I would have expected. This is definitely Reaper, just to generate some form of healing. And then, I guess we should have done Searing... Oh, but Searing Blow Reaper, you would have doubled the damage, but have the amount of enemies. So we have no choice but to kill you, otherwise we can't survive. And then something we don't want to see next turn is Whirlwind or Thunderclap. Just so we want to maximize the odds of us being able to draw enough block. Not going to happen. But you know what? I still had until the final boss fight, I had an amazing time on this run. I feel like we learned a lot. We learned that maybe Searing Blow by itself is a tough nut to crack. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!